What's up guys, it's Jordan. I wanted to share something on PlanGrid that I found to be really productive and makes everybody's life a little easier. Us supers in the field are typically working from PlanGrid on our iPads, and in this case I am working from the computer. I find it a lot easier to do from the computer. I don't know how many supers have access to one, or maybe if this should start to become a PM thing. Like, we can make the lists easy. We go through, I'm going to my task list. I've already created my punch list. I did it all from my iPad. I walked around, I made sure to add all of my subs names as the stamp. The stamp needs to have the subs name. It's just gonna make it way easier to filter later. And then in the description, that's where you would put the work that needs to be done, being sure to include the room number as well. I can click on status and see my opened items. I can see my closed items and filter it that way from the computer, and go that way if I want. So that's what's happening here. I've got a couple of closed items. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna filter it to everything that is open. I've went through and closed everything else. Now I am going to export all of my open items. I'm going to change the name right here to, in this case for me, it's First United Bank remaining items. So this is the remaining punch. What's happening here? Remaining punch items. You could just name it First United Bank punch list at that point, if it's the first one. I'm gonna go right here. This is where it makes the difference. Sort by, right now it's under default, it's under ID. That's gonna be what number and order you placed it during your walkthrough. That doesn't do anybody any good. It makes it really difficult to navigate. If you click on stamp, we have went in and made the subs names on there. And I can also order it from A to Z so that it's in alphabetical order per the sub name whenever the report generates. I'm gonna also begin each task on a new page. I think that that's a lot easier as well. Sometimes some information gets spread across a couple of pages and sometimes gets lost. I also like to declutter the page as much as I can. I'm putting 4 photos per row because I'm gonna take 1 or 2 pictures in a solid area at the beginning where it's messed up, and I'm gonna take those same pictures when it's repaired. I'm also gonna go from oldest to newest. That way it shows my original picture first and my newest picture next. All of this information is not needed. Not for our subs. We don't need assignees, watchers, cost impact, schedule impact, last updated, date closed, created, root cause. We don't need any of that. All we need is the start date, due date, the list, the location, and any comments and what type of task you're reporting. Once you get all of that, then hit generate. At that point, I'm gonna be able to have everything super, oh God, I almost did it again. I'm gonna have everything super organized. It's gonna be a lot easier. Something else that I really like to do to make sure that it's not just jacked or I didn't miss something or whatever is, after this thing's done generating, I'm gonna copy the link and I'm gonna email it to myself. So we'll copy the link. I'm gonna email it to myself to see, make sure the link's working good. So, new email to me. I'm just gonna label it something here and send it over. And this is gonna make my life a lot easier. Whenever I receive it from myself here, I'll click on the link, double check it. First United Bank remaining punch items. Change that name. Instead of it saying PlanGrid, it doesn't just look like another report that somebody's gonna ignore. It has something with intention. This opens up, and now it's organized. Now I've got it grouped per who has what, And it's super easy to find for them and for you, so that I don't have 10 of these items spread out on numbers 1, 10, 20, 34, you know, and they're having to flip through all 50 pages to figure it out. I mean, I have 50 items on mine, 49. So, and that's 49 pages, it's one per page. But it makes it really, really simplistic. And whenever they want to go and print it out for themselves later, they'll hit print and they can hit print pages 8 through 16 and they'll be done. It'll be super simple. I think that this is really cool. It also declutters the page big time. This is all that's on the page. It makes it to where if I need to write any notes on this or anything like that, that I've got a little bit of extra room. I also have clarity of everything that's here. I mean, it's the status, it's open. Type, it's an issue. We do or do not need that, I suppose. Punch list. They need to clean the skylights right here. Here's a picture of it. Whenever they do it, I'll post another picture and it will appear here. This is also going to show the location as well. I feel that this is a lot more beneficial. This is not something that you can do from the iPad. The iPad, you generate the report, you send it out, and it sends it in whatever order you organized it in with your ID. It's going to go your ID numbers first. So we don't have that option from the iPad at all as of right now. If you are able to get access to a laptop, you know, for a super, I think that is the way for them to be able to get it, for us to be able to get it. Otherwise, after we create it, maybe it's the project manager that is sending it out. That way when he sends it out, he can do what I just did, he or she, and appropriately send everything out to where it looks nice and clean. It goes out to the sub. They can easily identify the number of items that they have, and they don't have to go through everybody's items and find theirs and highlight it and all that. It creates a much clearer picture of what needs to happen. Let me know what you guys think.